Hello again, everyone. This is Game Collector here, and this week I have with me the Transformers Generations Minicon Assault Team, Series 2, number 13, part of the Hasbro Thrilling 30 Anniversary Set. Minicon Assault Team, Series 2, number 13, and it even says Minicon right on the side of the box there. See if I can get the camera stand backed up a bit so I can... There we go. I'll just put that up there for a little bit. And these guys actually do appear in the comics, the IDW comics that, that these things have been bundled with for a while. Here's the comic that this set comes with. Move the camera back a bit, show that. And they're actually in the comics, not really, well, they are called Minicons, but not in the traditional sense. They are the Ammonites, who have been fighting the Terradors, which are essentially, how do I put this? Someone nicknamed them Minicons, and they have the ability to have an infinite number of multiple combinations with one another. Yeah. Sorry, got distracted a bit, started paging through the comic. Anyway, since we're not really going to cover too much about the comic today, you have Wind Shear, Heavy Tread, and Runway. Runway being the jet, Wind Shear the helicopter, and Heavy Tread the tank. All of them have unique weapons, and all of them do have Minicon ports, which is why I brought another person from the Generations line, specifically made to use Minicons. Yeah, Starscream's here. And he brought his own with him. Minicon, that is. But I'll just remove Swindle there. And, yeah, this is kind of weird. The helicopter Wind Shear doesn't really like to attach to anything, or it's a very, very loose connection. Not a very good one. The gun that it came with, though, and I'm going to call it, Wind Shear in robot mode looks very effeminate. Looks like a chick. So, for purposes of making it easy on using pronouns, I'm just going to refer to Wind Shear as a her from now on. The others look pretty male. Like, Runway. And I'll just no, hold on. Right. Gotta demonstrate Minicon ports. And I will demonstrate at least one non-canonical transformation not listed in the instructions or what have you thing. So on. And the tank being absurdly big goes on the other arm, but it doesn't really help because Starscream's limbs are made of jelly. And as soon as I say that, the toy proves me wrong. Like you do. So, I'm going to remove that there. And that. And Starscream is now finished. Well, finished is he's probably not going to show up again in the review until much, much later. So, first, I'm going to remove this giant thing. Pull the legs down. Flip up the feet, fold the jet canopy down, pardon me, and there's Runway. Next up, oh yeah, Wind Shear can do this, and her little back rotor doesn't really spin that well, but There's wind shear, and she even has little high-heel boots. Kind of, I want to say arachnid, but not really. The head is shaped more like black arachnias, so it's kind of like some weird Minicon hybrid between the two. It's really weird. Move the weapon out of the way. And then you have heavy tread, which is more or less fold these down, flip out the feet, and then you just angle the cannon down and split the arms, and there you're done. And there's his gun there. And, you know, they're Minicons. They're not much in the way of posability, although what's his name? Runway has the best articulation, having ball-jointed legs, and they all pretty much, Wind Shear and Runway have the same arm posability right there, ball-jointed shoulder, and that's it. Heavy Tread gets the worst of it, because all he can do is his arms. He has no leg articulation whatsoever. Granted, you know, the air vehicles actually get off the best by having knees, and those are thighs, right? Yeah, they are. Duh. My brain isn't working right today, because I have to do 3 reviews in a row. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not looking forward to it. Anyway. There's Heavy Tread holding his gun. Here is Wind Shear with her weapon equipped to her arm. And likewise, here is Runway with his gun. Pardon me. Yeah. So, next step we're going to do is, I'm going to show you that little mid combination form. Pretty much just fold him, leave him as a tank. Excuse me. Put her back as a helicopter for the most part. Come on, is that right? Yeah, that's right. And then, instead of putting him into a jet mode, you'll be putting him into a sort of half-jet mode. And put that in, and while it does look mildly inappropriate, it's meant to do that. And you'll be seeing him do this form again later, and so you actually attach like so, fold up the arms, fold back that so the head is not visible, attach there, and then fold the legs so, like so. I'm not sure. No. The rear rotor does not go down well. So there you have it. It's like a little tiny thing from MechWarrior or whatnot. And now we go on to the main event, the combination into Centurion, or default mode or something. And Starscream will be back for a height comparison. So basically you split him, and there are a few ways that you can get better leg maneuverability by reposing his arms either to the sides or by straight up flipping them upside down. So you can actually get some knee action for Centurion. But for the most part, he's going to, be like this, as though the transformation is never going to occur. And remove this. Now flip that halfway. This goes down and plugs in here, and the arm pops off because, these guys, some of their parts are a little loose, so they don't always cooperate. Next up. Now, there are a couple of things you can do here for the head. You can leave the propeller blades open, which I do so they don't flop around everywhere, and they will flop around as soon as that goes down. Sorry. The little flap with the rotor on it didn't go all the way down, but it's down now. And then you gotta get the nose cone of the jet into this hole right here above her head, and get that peg into that hole on her stomach. All lined up and connect properly. And I should probably have done the jet and the helicopter first, because this is a very obnoxious portion of the combination. The jet's nose cone doesn't always want to go in there, and they don't always want to combine together properly either, and they just did. Thanks for making me a liar again. The internet loves to do that. Or just my camera, or both. So after you do that, fold up the legs and get the rotor in there. And now they don't want to connect. Off-camera work again! Because I'm leaning over my little camera stand and it's starting to hurt my back and shoulders again. Okay, they're all connected proper, and there's no way they can come apart unless I force them. This little hole right here, by my thumb, or right there, dead middle, this little piece of the rear rotor, or the tail, will just slide right in there and stay in there securely. Now, about the head, as soon as I connect it in, boom, you now have Centurion, who's, of all the Minicon combiners, he's actually the tallest. I don't actually have any of the Minicon combiners out right now for, save space and such. Let me raise the camera up just a little bit so you can get a better look at him. Or lower it. The light in here is awful right now. And the camera does not want to cooperate, and he doesn't want to cooperate. I'm already starting to hate this review. Well, at least now he's back on camera and full again, until I readjust things and hopefully get him to stand up straight, like so. So anyway, here's the thing with the propeller on the top rotor. It will wiggle around because there's nothing stopping it from doing so. So I just boop, and now it won't wiggle. Sure, it looks a bit out of place now, and for scale, here is Starscream. As I pull the camera back and make them both visible. He doesn't exactly have wide set legs either, because his feet are completely flat. They have no edging on them at all. And weapons combined. Let's see what it looks like on the cover. It's supposed to be like this, but it makes me think of a sniffet with a machine gun on its head. So you can change a few things around, put that up there, which is actually easier for him to wield. Sort of. Pew pew pew. Daga 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 daga. So, you know, there are at least 2 or 3 combinations you can get out of the guns. Anyway, he has ball jointed shoulder, hinge elbow, legs have a ball joint in them, and a hinge knee if you can actually manage that, which can only go about like 45-degree angle instead of a full 90-degree. And then put that flat together like so. And that's about it, really. Oh, no, wait, the stats. His strength is 9, intelligence, I hate these so much. Okay, well, we can use the little blaster thing for this at least. Yeah, that's a 9. Intelligence. Lost my spot twice. Better yet, just use my finger. It's a 7. Speed is a 6. Endurance is 8. Rank is a 6. Courage 7. Fire blast, firepower 10, and skill 6. Yeah, so he's kind of well balanced, considering he's actually made of 3 smaller robots anyway. So that's it for this review, and I will see you all next week with probably something that looks like a Lego brick but actually isn't. Later!